Hello friends. Tonight we find ourselves standing at the edge of a story where every door that closes opens another wound, and every choice leaves a permanent scar. What begins with Demir's accusation quickly turns into a storm that spreads far beyond prison walls. Darkness born on the inside moves relentlessly toward the outside world, pulling everyone into its gravity. In this episode, freedom, loyalty, love, and revenge collide in ways that will forever change the lives of those involved. At the center of this storm stands Boran. With his freedom hanging by a thread, Boran is no longer a man who can afford hesitation. Each passing hour behind bars fuels his anger and sharpens his desperation. Hope slips through his fingers as every attempt to save himself fails. When an escape finally appears, it does not come in the form of justice or mercy, but as a blood-stained hand extended from the shadows. Boran knows the price of taking it, yet he also knows the cost of refusing. In this moment, he makes a decision that marks the point of no return. The path he chooses promises freedom, but it also guarantees destruction. The only question left unanswered is whose life will be ruined by this choice. Outside the prison walls, Cihan fights his own losing battle. Determined to save his brother, he sits at negotiation tables he never wanted to approach, bending his principles and testing his limits. Each deal he attempts collapses before his eyes, leaving him more isolated than before. For Cihan, loyalty to family becomes a burden heavier than any chain. As Boran sinks deeper into darkness, Cihan begins to realize that saving his brother may ultimately cost him everything he holds dear. While power struggles unfold in the shadows, a very different story is quietly taking shape. Kaya and Zerin finally reunite after a long and painful separation. Their embrace is filled with relief, longing, and the fragile hope of a new beginning. Yet happiness does not arrive alone. Alongside the good news they receive comes the weight of a truth that has been carefully hidden. Zerin carries this secret like a ticking clock, knowing that when it finally surfaces, it may shatter everything they are trying to rebuild. Kaya, caught between his past mistakes and his dreams for the future, will soon be forced to make a choice that could define the rest of his life. As the world outside grows smaller and more suffocating, Alya and Cihan find something rare and dangerous, a connection that deepens despite every obstacle placed in their way. Words fail them, but silence speaks louder than any confession. In those quiet moments where nothing is said, their hearts reveal everything. Alya understands now that love is not something you can plan, calculate, or control. It arrives uninvited and refuses to leave. For Cihan, this bond becomes both his greatest strength and his most vulnerable point. Their desire to start over is sincere, but fate has other plans. The possibility of a child transforms their relationship into something irreversible. This truth does not bring fear to Alya and Cihan, it brings clarity. However, clarity for them becomes chaos for Boran. When Boran learns that Alya and Cihan are growing closer and that a child may soon bind them forever, his anger explodes into something far more dangerous. This is no longer just betrayal in his eyes, it is an unforgivable act. From this moment on, Boran's hatred finds a single target: Cihan. The brother he once protected becomes the enemy he vows to destroy. Boran's goal is clear: weaken Cihan, strip him of his power, and make him pay for every choice that led to this point. Revenge is no longer an impulse, it is a strategy. And Boran is not alone in this plan. ECM steps forward as Boran's most willing ally. Driven by his own ambition to seize control of the Bora family, ECM sees Cihan's downfall as an opportunity. He feeds Boran's rage, encouraging every reckless move and every dark thought. Together, they form an alliance built not on trust, but on shared hatred. This partnership threatens to dismantle the fragile balance of power within the family, turning brother against brother and loyalty into a weapon. In the upcoming episode, the consequences of Boran's decision inside the prison will begin to surface one by one. Cihan finds himself trapped between his responsibilities to his family and his feelings for Alya. Every step he takes to protect one side pushes the other closer to collapse. Kaya and Zerin's hidden truth inches closer to exposure, putting their fragile happiness at risk. And Alya and Cihan's love, once a quiet refuge, becomes the center of an approaching storm. So we ask you, whose life will Boran destroy in his quest for freedom? How far will he go to take revenge on his own brother? Can Alya and Cihan protect their love and their future child from the darkness closing in around them? And when the truth finally comes out, who will be left standing? If you believe Alya and Cihan deserve a future together, let us know by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Share your thoughts in the comments, because your voice matters here. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode, where love, betrayal, and revenge collide once again. Stay with us, because the story is only just beginning.